It's December 3rd, and it's been a quiet, lazy day. It's Sunday, and so I took a long nap, and mostly I've been reading today, although it's been, I would not call it recreational reading. You'll see my review soon. I promised I would talk about happiness today. See, the thing is, I was listening to some Alan Watts lectures, and he was talking about emotions, and he said there are no wrong emotions. There are better or worse choices we make based on whether we act on our emotions or not. But he said, for example, there's nothing wrong with hating your neighbor. The only thing wrong is if you use that hate to go and kill your neighbor. But that emotions just are. They aren't right or wrong. And um, I I see where he's coming from, and I think it's really important to think about these things because, of course, we would rather feel happiness and love because they're much more pleasant. Hate is not very pleasant. Sadness, depression, anxiety, these are not very pleasant things to experience. But Watts is correct that they are not wrong. If we think about them as wrong, we might start to feel shame or guilt for how we feel, and that just sends you on a downward spiral. That is not a route to happiness. I know I talk a lot about happiness and the Autistic Happiness Project, and it's because being happy feels really good, and I think that we all have the right to feel really good. And of course, we can't be happy all the time, but optimizing happiness is important to me, and understanding that there aren't any wrong emotions. There aren't nothing you feel should you ever be shameful of or feel guilty about, because it's how you feel. I read an article about raising children that talked about, instead of trying to hush a child and calm them down and get them to stop crying, to give them the space to work through it, and process those emotions, even though it's difficult to sit by and allow your child to cry about, a missed opportunity or a broken toy. Let them feel it. Don't try to talk them out of it, or use chocolate to distract them out of it. Let them have their feelings. Um, and I think that's useful for adults too. That there's a difference between, people will accuse you of wallowing in your emotions, but I think a lot of times when people say that, it's because they are uncomfortable with how we feel. And we're not necessarily wallowing in them, we're processing them. And as autistic people, it sometimes takes us a lot longer to process our emotions. So don't let other people shame you about your emotions either. If you need to experience your sadness, experience it. There are no wrong emotions. You may paradoxically find that allowing yourself to be unhappy is one pathway to finding happiness. I think that's about all I have to say today on the third day of Vlogmas. I'm going to get back to this book, which is not very pleasant, but it's for a good cause. I'm going to review it, and um, in the meantime, I hope you have a lovely Sunday evening, what's left of it. And my everything looks so chaotic back there. It actually is vaguely organized. It's really nice to hang out back there and sleep back there, but it doesn't look, it's because the space is so small and I still have too much stuff, is why it looks so chaotic. Um, but it is what it is. It's my home, and I like it. That's all that matters. So, anyway, I will get back to my lazy Sunday and my terrible, terrible book. And I wish you a happy Sunday, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow.